Alright, so it's Monday morning, about noontime, slightly afternoon. The Monday following MOSI Saturday trade day event. That was a big deal. That was a big general public deal. And kind of turned into if you're a vendor, or almost like a vendor at a convention, you're so preoccupied with, let's just call them normies, I wouldn't say most of the people buying video games were collectors. They were gamers buying cool stuff. So what would be selling? Well, Pokemon stuff, Mario, Zelda, GameCube stuff, stuff people might be nostalgic for. I think we're at that point now where Wii's starting to get kind of hot with just the popular stuff. A lot of people of that kind of age range that would be interested in nostalgic for, I should say, Nintendo Wii. So that's kind of getting interesting for you video game sellers out there. Starting to feel nostalgia waves hitting Nintendo Wii. It's not even that old. It's happening. But usually at Tampa Bay trade day events, most of the action happens between people that are set up. There's a lot of inventory exchanges. There's a lot of trades with collectors kind of coming into maybe this kind of stuff. A lot of collectors will trade for this kind of stuff when they're maybe making a deal between two kind of pieces like that. Maybe this guy owes a little bit on top, so this becomes almost like your $20 bills of trade value. You're like, fuck, I certainly don't want a loose link to the past, but if the value's fair, the value's right, I'll trade for one just so I can retrade it out, because I know how these game sellers go. They need that kind of stuff. It sells well. Alright, boring. Let's show some cool pickups. I'm just giving you a little context here. That's where we're at. We're at the warehouse Monday. Oh yeah, I was gonna say warehouse Sunday was, for 2 weeks now I've been saying, like, we're gonna have a warehouse party, kind of a post MOSI celebration thing. Kind of felt like that, but it turns out like everybody who showed up had stuff to want to swap around, so it ended up becoming just that typical kind of warehouse trade event, a warehouse meetup, and people immediately filled every horizontal space with video games. I think I filmed some of it. I'll be uploaded. I was probably drunk, being annoying when I'm drunk. So lots of video games all spread out on tables and stuff. Wow, what's the good stuff? Too much context here. What's the good stuff? I'm gonna try to find what I picked up, because maybe a few pieces integrated into my stuff. It's also a chance just to kind of point out some cool titles, even if it's nothing that I received. I got most of my coolest stuff that I own right now. Maybe my tippity top coolest stuff I don't have out. I might be sitting on stuff like that. Yeah. There you go. There's one. If you're getting into Wii collecting and your strategy is like, I want to go for the best of the best, the stuff that I need to prioritize, stuff that I don't want price to explode on me. And remember, I could have paid $90 for one, and I wanted to be patient and get one cheaper, and then now it's 180 strong, and wish I had bought it when it was 90. How about that one? That's a good one. That's a good example of one that fits the bill. Sheeran. I wouldn't be pussyfooting around with Sheeran. I'd make that priority. What's going to happen here is I create this Wii spread is anybody who's kind of a Wii connoisseur, who's been like hardcore about Wii for a few years now, they're going to be like, shit, that's a nasty spread. That's a nasty spread. Nah, it's like, nah. Just want to do what Fragile Dreams did, though, and be common on eBay. Sealed. buy it from Deal Tavern kind of thing, just like Fragile Dreams. And all of a sudden Deal Tavern's like, yeah, I'm gonna yank my supply. People panic, and Fragile Dreams is now, it's now a spicy one. But so maybe in a few years from now that one deserves to be, you know. But this one's pretty common. All the more reason to pick one up for 20 bucks or so, 25. Get that one. Alright, I'm not gonna make this whole video about Nintendo Wii, but I'm not gonna stop until I'm done educating. Common, but it's gonna go full MVC2. It's gonna go full 200 eventually. I'm gonna do what you never see coming. Put GTI Club over there. Yeah. Xenoblade, no. Lost in Shadow, no. It'll just be a decent one. Clonoid, yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah. That Spyboard a lot, but it's kind of like a Lost in Shadow. It's like a tier below, you know. Fishing Resort, it's kind of almost Conduit 2 limited edition. I'm gonna put that over there actually. It's like a, oh boy, that's a good spread. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. There you go. And there's others, I know. There's others. I mean, 5 years from now, what's like the clear shot, super established, holy grails, your top dogs on the Wii. It's like, Dave, you're missing. You're missing. No, I'm not missing. I'm not missing anything. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Got them all. Oh, Dave. How would be extremely rare? I got it. A Cyberbike. I probably am missing some of that stupid stuff. Some of that, like, you know, Super Bowling on 64. It's like, it's stupid, but it's undeniably a set breaker. It's a set bottlenecker. There's no reason to want it other than for your set. And Super Bowling becomes like $600 or whatever. And that's kind of like Cyberbike, but who's full set in the Wii? Not many people are that crazy. Okay, enough of that Wii talk. That was some good education though. Man, here's a good takeaway. Those titles over there, if you can trade for them, you know? I'm not gonna give financial advice and say like, go buy these right now for whatever, however cheap you can get it on eBay. It's gonna be expensive, go buy it, good investment. Like, I don't know. I'd say safe, certainly safe, but I'll tell you what's super safe would be trading for that shit. You know what I mean? Trade your Melee away for it. Yeah. Good takeaway, Dave. So, Devin's still asleep in the back of the warehouse. Snoozing, sleeping in. I can't believe it because it's hot as hell in here. So, he's somehow still asleep. We're up very early into the morning, drinking, having fun. And now I gotta do business with him. There's definitely some Pokemons I gotta trade to him. I'm of course gonna target Zombie Barbecue, of course, Magician's Quest. He's probably gonna want that for Dragon Con. I don't know. We'll see if we can deal. We'll see. I'd love to have it, but I also like to be courteous, respectful of his needs as a guy that spends a lot of money to go to conventions like Dragon Con. So he's gotta have stuff that's gonna sell. Try to avoid that. I'll give you an example. Okay, this will be a closer on this video. I thought I've been yammering for longer, but I'm only 9 minutes in. Let's go over some pickups that I got. That'd be fun. Out of nowhere, I was busy, and Devin said, hey, I know you're gonna love this trade, and I'm probably an idiot for offering it to you, which I always like that. I like that. I like when Devin puts himself in a position where he knows I'm going to be happy and he's going to be an idiot. I said, what are you thinking? So it was 3 SPs. It was that one, that one. I don't think that silver one, I don't think it looked that nice. Those two, maybe it was the silver one. I don't know. But a third SP. 001. We're not talking 101. And he gave me ill bleed. Okay. I didn't even look at it, but made a little wear on there. Gorgeous disc. See that behind the disc art? I hate how much this one skyrocketed because I would have loved to have had my eye on it when it was still low 100 range. You know, 120, 130. Ooh, it's getting spicy. 160, and like I still wanted to get some copies of it. Felt like it could totally do what it's doing, what it has done. I think it'll get more expensive. I really do. I think Dreamcast will just, as a whole set, these numbers on these big boy titles, I think they will just slowly over time creep up like Saturn has. Pretty steady, you know. This one it kind of exploded up because it was just being overlooked, a little too disrespected. WADA speculation, a lot of people started buying games speculatively more than before, and I think that's what really caused this one to just shoot low 100 range to just blast it through the 200s all the way up to, you know, solid into the 3 to 4 range. No bleed was very rapid jump there. And I think it was just catching up with where it really deserves to be among its peers, you know. It's that much harder to find. It is super collectible genre of horror. And yeah, totally just screams Dreamcast. It's of the era. Exclusive. It's a big boy title. So that's another big boy title, Psychic Force on PS1. Significantly rarer than Ill Bleed. It's a little more niche, you know. It's not that genre that people just wanna, I should say, people are willing to pay big money for. Funny how it works, huh? RPGs, it's like collectors feel the presence of so many other people that want it. With like certain niche fighting games, I don't know. Does that make sense? Like a horror person would be like, oh, I'm in this Facebook group and all the people that spark up all the popular people, all the cool kids in this community, all the admins, all the people that are cool and popular are after this, or they flex this, you know. It's, everybody in this group wants this. Oh no, there's an auction. I'm gonna get aggressive with it. I'm worried. But like, you just don't feel that with. You don't feel that sense of like collectors competing, collector competition over Psychic Force. So why do I like it so much? Because it's so fucking rare and cool. So fucking cool and rare. I like that, man. There's plenty of rare games on PlayStation 1 that are just as rare as this. But they'll be dumb. They'll be really dumb. They'll be really shovelware. Really, really, who cares? I'll set that one aside. Well, I better put this one away from his stuff. Make sure he remembers that this one's already a done deal. We did that. Psychic Force. I'm gonna get that off Devin. Oh, I got some cool stuff to show you too. I got that from some GBA CIB shmups from my collection. Oh, this is sealed. Who cares? Kingsley's Adventure. I'll bet he's very flexible on that price. So maybe I'll go for it. Maybe, we'll see. Pretty hard to find. Psygnosis. Seems like a pretty mediocre game. That's con stock there, baby. I wouldn't be interested anyway. Mine is BA. Mine is back art. I ain't touching it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna feel for things in here. He'd be super flexible on this price, I'm sure of it. I don't even want it for anywhere near 40, but I'll run it by him, see if he wants to get realistic. He needs to get realistic with it. Dot hacks are total con crack. Star Ocean will be con crack. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 con crack. Stuff to not even bother trading him off of. He's good with it. Back to nature, man. This is a game I feel is just undervalued in general. Get yourself a nice manual, not like this one. There's a nice fresh copy, and someone's selling it to you for $40 cash. I'll jump on it, duh. But you know, you trade for one at $55, maybe even $60 because it's just gem mint. Guy wants too much. No, he doesn't. Trade him off of it. Harvestman Back to Nature. Kind of an undervalued title. Most definitely. You take that to the bank. You bank on it. Overvalued title. A little overvalued. I'm not just talking about his price. Sure, certainly. It's $20 high or whatever. He'll get it. Somebody will haggle him down $5 or $10. But in general, to call this game, oh, that's overpriced. It's more like 80. 80's stupid. It might stick, you might be safe on it. But it's gonna have to retain a ton of demand for that to stay at 80. Because there's a lot out there. I will say, if I'm getting specific though, that's a fragile ass card. So you take a single drop on this and it's shattered. These things just break. So, you know, when one survives like in Gorgeous, yeah, there's something to be said there. Survival rate of mint condition is going to be low on that one, so it does make it rare. It's dumb. Sounds dumb to call a million seller on 64 rare. It kind of is in super duper shape. So, stuff that's undervalued that Devin has, tends to be good at putting price stickers on things that are ready to sell. Good value. I'd say, you know, maybe Resident Evil Nemesis on Dreamcast at $125. Yeah, I know it's way up from just a few years ago. I know. I think I still want it. Double Impact. Oh, he's up. He's up. There he comes. Double Impact. Third Strike at 150. Those are titles I'd love to make a move on. I think I will. He's got to take a piss. Yep. Yep. He'll be back in a sec. I'll keep it rolling. Maybe pick out some more trade target stuff. Show you how Dave and Devin deal. I'll show you. Starts as any deal properly should, with somebody picking out some fucking titles. There's nothing worse than dealing with people that are like, this is what I want to get rid of. Dave, I'm not going home with this item. You're getting it off my hands. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, man, I'll sell anything. It can. I don't care. Okay, so what do you got for me? Hey, shut up. Go pick something, and then we'll talk values. Does that make sense? You know? Imagine that. Imagine somebody like, Dave. That's a good example. That's the thing. I don't let people shovel junk on me anymore. Dave, you're getting my Mr. Mosquito, whether you like it or not. Ha ha ha. I'd be like, all right. Well, what are you picking off me? What do you want on your Ivy the Kiwi? I say, fuck, man. I'm not trading you Ivy the Kiwi for Mr. Mosquito. That's not going to happen. No. Oh, darn. Alright, that was a stupid hypothetical, because that's not what went down. That was Rad Junk's Mr. Mosquito, and Joe didn't give a fuck what I took off him, which is cool. And I honestly didn't give a fuck what he took off me. Mostly because we dealt with a pile of Pokemon carts that all needed battery. I moved a lot of them to Radjunk, who will refurb them, clean them up. Just just to give you an idea, on average I was trading out silvers for around 35, reds, blues around 40. The label conditions would range a bit, so if they were pretty bad labels, just only take $5 off kind of thing. 5 to 10, some of them were real disgusting. That's just Pokemon right now to store owners or convention sellers. So clean, fresh battery. It's like easy sell on eBay for around $60. So, you know, you get hit with fees. Have to do the battery swap, have to clean it up, test it, show that it works, yada yada. Let's avoid all that and just sling them for 35 trade and just go for cool stuff, you know. So I can't complain about those values. He's very efficient about refurbing them and getting top dollar. So it's like, that's the way I look at it, is like all the homies that you trade with, kind of like a family, and you want to do what's best for the family. It's most efficient. Devin can absolutely murder on this title. Well, it's like, let me trade it to Devin. I want Devin to murder with it. Let me get something off Devin that Devin's gonna just be casual about, undersell. If I can sell it for top dollar, let me get it. So try to do that. Try to network with each other to just make as much as we can. It's the reseller way, right? So I tend to go for stuff that's got collector appeal, right? Right? How cool is that? How about Metroid Prime Pinball on DS? Exploding. Coming back to Earth quickly, though. But, you know, I feel like maybe people are starting to look at pinball spin-offs, you know, in a new light. Maybe it's starting to shimmer and shine. And you get a lot of House of the Dead hype going on. Coming soon, coming later, when that House of the Dead remake comes out. So get my hands on a CIB, pretty nice. Pinball of the Dead, freaking rare. THQ did a lot of Sega exclusives for the GBA. It's like Sega made, or if it wasn't developed by Sega, it was a Sega IP that they licensed out. And then it's like Sega would get credit on the back, but THQ was your publisher. There's a lot of games that are THQ Sega GBA titles, and they're freaking low print. Jet Grand Radio, Altered Beast. I could name more, but what else? What else? Golden Axe, right? I could name more, but spare you. There's a lot of them, and they're cool. They're low print. I was just going over my pickups. We gonna deal real quick before you head out? I know you gotta get going.
What do you want?
Are we gonna deal before you head out?
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, I pulled those out. I'm guessing that's one that you'd be more hesitant with cons and stuff.
Depends on what I'm getting.
True. Yeah. And then Zombie Barbecue, you probably prefer to trade that over that, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
This convention kind of title that a kid would get emotional about.
Yep.
Saw Scott the Woz play it and he loves it and so happy right now. That kind of a piece. Okay, so I do have a 145 balance with you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I was gonna round it down to 140 for card fees and whatnot, if that's cool, if that covers it.
Yeah.
Because I know that was on a card, but I'd rather take the cash than 140 trade.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll sell me this for 140. Yeah, I'd do that. I'll see if I can do a trade. Are you interested in Pokemon carts, Devin? Battery swaps needed? Something to think about. And what else do I have that you might want? And there's some other possible trades.
Few golds.
I don't got no gold, it seems. And then Devin, if there's anything I picked up that, like I just got this from Mike, Walmart 2, and you're like, no. Really? Okay. Devin has a personal